So the question is, what has oil paint taught me? And I will admit that I have never articulated an answer to that question, but I have, in receiving the question, I have strong feelings about it. When I started out as an art student, I thought I wanted to be a potter, and I went and lived with Joe and Lee Benyon down in Spring City to work in Joe's pottery. And now Joe and Lee tell this story differently. Lee is she's a wonderful painter, and Joe is a fabulous potter. Joe and Lee remember this differently than I do, but my memory is that one night at dinner, after dinner, talking late into the night, they just kind of said, not really a potter, are we, Brian? And I was kind of coming to the same conclusion, and Lee said, well, why don't you come to my studio tomorrow and mess around with my paint box? And I'd never touched oil paint before that. And it's not that the first painting was good, that painting doesn't exist anymore, or even the first paintings. It's not that they were good, but immediately the smell, the feel, the experience with the substance was, it felt like we had found each other and we were going to play together. Oil paint, the way that I use it, has, to answer the question about what it has taught me, is that maybe this is true of any media, but anyway, I'll give it a shot. You have to let it do what it does. And there are certain ways that I apply it. I'll paint a glaze and let the glaze get sticky and then paint on top of that, and that'll tend to kind of, before that wet paint on top, the thick wet paint on top dries, it kind of cracks open a little bit, but not in ways that I have ever really been able to control or manipulate. Sometimes it makes a lot of little cracks, sometimes big cracks, but it has been part of the whole artistic experience of you've got to let the process make a lot of the decisions. And when I have tried other media, I have had some success. I really love to draw, and there are other media that I enjoy. Sculpture I really enjoy, but oil painting, there's a particular, it feels like a particular kind of collaboration where I'm not making all the decisions. The paint is making some of the decisions, and that feels like an important thing for me to have learned from oil paint.